So hi FlossTube friends, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Sunday, October 9th at approximately 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is a FlossTube update. For those of you new to FlossTube, FlossTube is a subset of YouTube where people like me who create videos for you talk about cross-stitching, our love of cross-stitch and everything that's involved with it. This is my latest installment of FlossTube. This is should be number 143 for me. And I'm coming to you today with a little bit of an update for my channel. So if you're new, thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll find something here that you will enjoy that will enable you to pick up the craft of cross stitch if you so are looking for something new to try. If you haven't watched me before, hopefully you'll find something here on the channel that you like enough to subscribe to me. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much for coming back. It's always fun to spend time with friends, and hopefully you'll find something in this video that you like. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. It's always good to spend time with great friends, and hopefully today will be no different. So I encourage you to grab something to drink, grab a snack, grab your cross stitch, whatever you want to do to pass the time while I sit here and talk with you. And yeah, so we'll kind of get on with it. Also, really quick, if you haven't yet done so, I encourage you to click the subscription button below and then click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content. I've been trying to get new content up about every 2 weeks or so, give or take. The last couple of weeks have been really busy for me. We've been out of town a lot. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit here in this video. But anyway, sit back, relax, and hopefully we can get into some cross-stitching with you this week. I apologize. I'm just trying to get my pictures ready to go for you. So I can show you that when the time comes. So as I indicated, this is my channel where I talk about cross stitch. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 2 trips I went on the last 2 weekends, including Camp GottaStitch, which is the local needlework shop here in Columbus. crsmyhrtlt Limited, they host an annual retreat every year up in Amish country. And my mom and I went this past weekend, last weekend actually, to Amish country up in Berlin, Ohio for Camp GottaStitch. So I have some video about that. And then the weekend prior to that, my husband and we drove down to Marietta, Ohio, where he grew up, and we spent the weekend down there. The main reason why we went down to Marietta was because our niece, Megan, and her fiance have been taking care of a small litter of kittens on their property down there, and we went down to pick one of them up and adopt her as one of our own. So without further ado, let me see if I can bring up some pictures for you here in just a minute. Let's see. Did I save them? No. All right, so bear with me just a minute. Let me dig up some of the pictures. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I am back. So without further ado, I'm going to open up the little window here in the corner for you and show you a picture of Mouse. This is Mouse, you guys. And it's spelled M-A-U-S, Mouse. She is the newest addition to our family, and she joined us Sunday. It would have been 2 Sundays ago. So she joined us, bear with me, September 25th was her gotcha day. So here's a really quick video of her walking around. That is Mouse. She is roughly about 3 weeks old, but you can see in her tail, her tail is bobbed short. Her tail is about this long, about 2 inches long, but it has 2 90-degree bends in it. She got caught, we think as a little kitten, in some sort of machinery and had some injuries and stuff. But if you look at her her eye as well, let me go ahead and bring it back up. If you look at her right eye, it looks a little cloudy. We took her into the vet 2 weeks ago, the first Thursday she was here, we took her into the vet, and she had a checkup, and the doctor gave us drops for her eye. So her eye is clearing up quite a bit. She still has about 2 weeks to go for eye drops, but the vet thinks that she has just a corneal injury, but her name is Mouse. Our niece and her son named her Mouse, M-O-U-S-E, as in little mouse, and we just kind of kept her name, but now we spell it M-A-U-S, just because it's the type of people we are. But anyway, that is our newest addition, Mouse. And she's very, very cute. So we took a trip to Marietta. We had a blast. We had dinner on the Valley Gem Sternwheeler boat in the Riviera restaurant. It was really, really good. We enjoyed it immensely. It was a little cold because, you know, it's starting to get colder here in Ohio. But we had an enjoyable weekend. We stayed down at the Microtel by Wyndham down there. Just had a very enjoyable weekend. You know, we walked around Rinks, which is a little flea market, and just kind of hung out. We went to the Campus Martius Museum. And one of the things that I really like about the Campus Martius Museum is it talks a lot about the settlers, the early settlers of Marietta, Ohio, which was the first Ohio settlement back in the early 1800s. I believe it was settled in 1803, something like that. And in the Campus Martius Museum, they have exhibits of all the different things going around. And in their exhibit, they have probably about 15 or 20 different needlework samplers from young ladies that were in the area at the time. And, you know, these date back from the early 1800s. So I am going to, if you'll bear with me just a minute, let me get this set up, and I'm gonna kind of walk through the needlework with you. I think I've always kind of wanted to ask the museum curators if anybody has taken the time to recreate these samplers, these antique samplers, and publish the patterns for them. I know there's a quite a big market for reproduction samplers and patterns for reproduction samplers. I'm not the type to stitch antique samplers, but you know, it'd be kind of interesting to see. So I'm going to go ahead and include some antique samplers in here for you just now, kind of the same way. Let me get this full screen for you. There we go. All right, so here we go. This is the first sampler that you'll see. Okay, this is the first sampler that you'll see. There was no information about this sampler that was available. I'll have to do this. So anyway, there was no information about this sampler that could be available. And here is another sampler that was here. I took a couple of close-ups so you can see some of the stitching. You can see here that like the fabric and everything. Sorry about the glare from the camera. But you can see the lettering down here was in a very light color. It's very ornate. Then there's this one. This was done by Sarah Green. Sarah Green Newport is the name here in the middle. In August of 1829. Religion should our thoughts engage is the saying on here. Some of the stitching that was down here in the bottom is missing. Here's some more stitching at the top, and you can see the carried threads and everything through here. Some of these antique samplers are just really, really neat. Here's another one. It looks like Smyrna cross, not Smyrna crosses, but some sort of eyelets in here, in some of the letters. Again, just some extra stuff. Samuel Prescott Hildreth. This is just a picture I took of a book or two that I kind of want to check out. I've been getting into historical diaries and stuff, so it's just some books that I want to check out and see if I can find copies of. So this one is another sampler done by Nancy Fuller in Washington County. Tells you a little bit about the family. So here is Nancy Fuller's sampler. Very pretty, very nice. You can see it's got some eyelet stitches in it. Another couple of views. Here's a close-up view of some of the eyelet stitches. And then another close-up view of the top. And you can see here there's a little weird pattern going on where the pattern looks a little off, a little quirky. Right in the middle, right above the H and the I. Pattern looks a little quirky. Be kind of interesting to chart that into the pattern. This is a sampler by Rebecca Wilson Askew from Washington County. She was born in June of 1845 and was the wife of Cornelius DeWeese. So this was a really pretty one. It's in blues and whites and creams. You can't see a lot of the stitching, especially up here at the top in the top couple of rows, because the floss has deteriorated. But you can see the house really well. The house is really pretty. I should probably reverse it. I don't know. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I'm going to go ahead and click on this to make this bigger for you so you can see. There you go. I'm just going to cover myself and kind of talk a little bit about this. So you can see here we have the, you can see that the threads are pretty well gone, but you can see the eyelet stitches are still there. So here's another view of the top. The flower motifs around the outside are really cool. And again, the house towards the bottom. So this next sampler is by Elizabeth Hinton. The Hinton family resided in the western part of Washington County. So this was really cool. This one is really badly moth-eaten, but I'm not sure if these are cross stitches or what kind of stitches these are, but these don't look like typical cross stitches. I think this was some sort of embroidery. But you can see it's got animals in it, and birds, and people, and a fruit tree. But you can see it's badly moth-eaten. They have it preserved behind glass, so you can't touch these. I like the butterflies, or the moths that are up here on either side of the tree. And then this is the top of the sampler. There is a phrase up here, a verse up here. So this was Elizabeth Hinton. She stitched this at the age of 9 in 1821. And you can see the birds. I don't know if this is a dog or a bear or what it's supposed to be. I also like the border. And the saying here says, on death. Death at a distance we but nightly fear. He brings his terrors as he draws more near. Through poverty, pain, slavery we dredge on. The worst of beings better pleased than none. No price too dear to purchase life and breath. The heaviest burden easily borne than death. Not quite sure that makes sense, but anyway, she was 9 in 1821, and this is what she stitched. I like these birds up here too, and the flower pots. The flower pots are really pretty. I like the colors that she used in this one. But yeah, as you can see, It's pretty badly moth-eaten. And here's just a close-up of the saying on the sampler. And you can actually see between the and worst, you can see where the threads were carried over on the back. So, a little close-up of this animal here in the middle. Still not really quite sure if that's a dog or what that's supposed to be. A lion, maybe. And also in there, they have, Dylan and I were talking about this. I find it kind of morbid that back in the day, they used to take pictures and they used to have paintings of family members that have gone, but they used to set them up in bed. This is an example of a painting of a family where the lady and the two babies in the middle are dead. And they painted this picture of the family, the rest of the family in mourning. But, you know, we had a discussion kind of about how I thought that that was a little morbid. Anyway, the next sampler is by Sophia Reed from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She married Marietta resident John Paxton in 1857. Sophia Reed made this sampler in the 10th year of her age. It's a really cute one. It's a small one. I think this is the smallest one they had. Might not be, well. And then this next one is an unknown maker. So, can't really make out a name, but you can see the letters pretty well. And again, there's more eyelet stitches up here in the X, Y, and Z. More eyelet stitches. A little heart there in the middle. And you can see a lot of the threads in this area have deteriorated. And also at the top, you can see where the threads used to lay, but the threads are gone due to age. And here's the whole sampler. But yeah, you can tell. And then here's some stuff about why samplers were made. Nothing will aid you so much in the practice of economy in your dress as expertness with your needle. No American woman, let her speak all the tongues and play on all the instruments invented, can be said to be educated if she is not a good needlewoman. The time will come when all women will find more advantageous than embroidery and other fine needlework. When female education shall be given to drawing from nature, to designing, painting, sculpture, etc. Fine needlework harmonizes with female employment. It may be classed among pleasant recreations. It is a convenient employment for a social circle. It is a branch, thought perhaps the lowest, of the fine arts, and a stronger argument than all these in favor is that it furnishes a valuable gift to bestow, and a most gratifying one to receive. So this is the Means and Ends or Self-Training, published in Boston of 1840. You can see that as my cell phone right there. A little bit about why needlework was so important back then. I thought you'd find that interesting. This next sampler is from Sarah Pratt from 1841. A little bit about the Pratt family here. Sarah M. Pratt's work, done in 1842, aged 11 years. So she had a nice house. This is probably a replica of the house that she was living in at the time. But you can see it was stitched by Sarah M. Pratt. And then these are just close-ups of the different piece going from right to left. So you can see the stitches in the house, the tree on the other side of the house, and that way. This next sampler was done by Lydia Smith. This is Sarah Pratt's mother's sampler. This is just a bunch of letters. Very stylized letters. It's really nice. But you can see here there's some interesting I'm not sure. I know I've done these stitches here in these flowers before. I can't remember the names of them. I know I've done them before, but for the life of me, I can't think of the name of those specialty stitches. I have to look them up. If anybody happens to know. So what is a sampler? A sampler is a piece of embroidery produced as a demonstration or test of skill in needlework. It often includes the alphabet, figures, motifs, decorative borders, and sometimes the name of the person who embroidered it and the date. The word sampler is derived from the Latin exemplum, meaning an example. So that's just, all right, so you don't need to see that. That is just some examples of the antique needlework that you can find at the Campus Martius Museum down in Marietta, Ohio. So if you're interested in that, I encourage you to go visit when you're down in the area. It's really, really neat. So there's been, lots of other life going on since then. And last weekend, my mom and I headed down to Marietta, Ohio. Not Marietta, Ohio. Scratch that. We headed up to Berlin, Ohio, in Amish country here in Ohio. It's about an hour and a half northeast of Columbus. And we went up there for Camp GottaStitch. Camp GottaStitch is the mid to late year stitching retreat hosted by my local needlework shop here in Columbus, crsmyhrtlt Limited. They hold it up in Amish country every year, and you can find out more information by contacting the shop. Anyway, Camp GottaStitch was last weekend. Mom and I went up to Berlin, Ohio on Friday. We came back on Monday and just had a great time just stitching, relaxing, and enjoying just being away for the weekend. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and insert videos and whatnot from Camp GottaStitch here. Say hi.
Hi!
So Mom and I are in our car, or in my car. We're heading towards Berlin, Ohio. And we're going, where are we going?
Camp GottaStitch.
Are you excited?
Yes, very excited.
So Camp GottaStitch is the stitching retreat that is hosted by our local needlework shop, Cross My Heart in Columbus, Ohio. And it's up in Amish country, so it's about an hour and a half or so northeast of Columbus. And the retreat starts this afternoon and goes essentially until Sunday, but we're staying an extra night, and we're coming home on Monday. So that's where we're headed.
Bye!
We've got a little bit of road work and whatnot here right now. We're in Johnstown right now. There's Burger King and an AutoZone. So we're behind a truck. That's what we're doing right now. So we're in Amish country and we made it to our hotel, the Berlin Grand, Berlin, Ohio. So we made it. We're gonna go try and check in. Get out my purse. Whew. Sorry about that. Alright, so there's Mom. I'm gonna check into the hotel. We're at the Berlin Grand. All right, thank you. So good morning, everybody. Today is day number 2 for Camp GottaStitch, and I'm sitting in the stitching room. Let me get up for a minute. So I'm gonna walk out here to the entry. So I'm at Camp GottaStitch. This is the needlework retreat, or the stitching retreat for my local needlework shop in Columbus, Ohio, crsmyhrtlt Limited. They host Camp GottaStitch every year in the fall. Well, next year is going to be in June. But anyway, they host it. They host a stitching retreat up in Amish country in northeast Ohio. We're actually in Berlin, Ohio. We're at, I know this is going to be upside down for you guys. We're at the Berlin Grand Hotel in Berlin. I'm going to step outside for a minute, just outside the stitching room. Not necessarily a great view. There's some, modern houses out here, but yeah, we're in Berlin, Ohio. You can smell the farms out here. It's pretty rural, but anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around to show you the stitching room. You walk through camp, and small retreat. They have about 65 people, and this is the marketplace. Everybody's shopping. Go ahead and show you some of the stuff for sale. Some interesting patterns and stuff here. Sorry, I'm walking a little fast, but there's some people shopping. So, but lots of neat little patterns and stuff. And we come over here, and there's more fabric. This is the fabric table. We also have some lights and stuff for people to buy. Some interesting painter's threads fabric. They have some really interesting colors. Like this is really pretty. Painter's threads. And then this is just some of the fabric that you can get here at camp. And then we come over here to the other table. They have the whole line of Romy's Creations threads and some finishing stuff. These are really cute kits. Carol Grant, one of the owners of Cross My Heart, she has the Fireside Originals company. This is a full kit where you get the patterns, and then you get this nice stitchy box. And inside the box is the fabric and the floss and everything to stitch the patterns. And if you see the house on the box is actually the house at the top of the pattern. So you can see that. And then this other box over here is the same, but it's the Amish buggy there. Nice little kit that you can pick up here from Carol of Fireside Originals. And some different neat designs, different patterns and stuff. Some of this just came out, but yeah. And then over here, underneath the table, or underneath the TV, we have a showcase. Look at this piece. Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. It says, "Come in and stitch a spell." Well, isn't that cute? So this is stitched by Judy Stockdale, Stitch a Spell Modified, Charlene Designs Incorporated. And then Becky Vibrance did Mrs. Pilgrim by Lindy Stitches. Tammy Patty, Bees and Flowers by Doreen Jones. That one's really, really, really pretty. So this is projects completed at camp and a showcase. This is Weeds by Carolyn Manning. This is stitched by Linda Saw. I think that's Saw. But another view They have a wedding down at that venue down below the hill, but this is the view out the stitching room, parking area. We have a nice little covered patio. The mom's out there smoking. So nice little covered patio in the back of the hotel. But anyway, so this is the stitching room at Camp GottaStitch. That room over there is a little kitchen. But this is the stitching room at Camp GottaStitch. It's a nice little stitching retreat. So here I come. Did you get me one? Marla and Jenny are over here. I had to take the frog.
You had to take the frog.
This red is the wrong color. I kept wondering why it wasn't looking like this red over here, and then it's the wrong color.
Yeah, I do see that now.
4.
Where's the fourth one?
Right here.
Some of the others gone somewhere.
I haven't seen either one of them yet today.
Anyway, you can order these fun little tree scissors if you want. They're $12.50. They're for dinky dies.
Okay.
I just didn't get it done before this with me not working right. There's a sign-up list over there, so just leave your name and we'll order them afterwards.
Okay. Are they all the same design?
Yeah. Well, they have one. If you get on their site and look, there's also one with pumpkins if you want pumpkins. I think the pumpkins come with a white background and a black background, if I remember right.
Okay.
And if you get on there, it says they're sold out at the moment. But you can look at the site.
All right.
Okay, so we got one for everybody here.
Back up to where Mel.
Okay.
All right.
Turn it around, turn your left signal on and go that way. Go this way.
So this is my seat, and I am working on my Tricky Kitty design from Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue 2018. So at a retreat, they have these little frog guys that hang out at the retreat, and the thing about them is they get passed around a lot during the weekend. And unfortunately, if you look at my guide, so I've had this red done for a while. If you look over here at this red, it is not the same color, and it's supposed to be the same color. So I have taken the frog. I have taken my little froggy friend because I have to frog that much. Luckily, it's only that much, but yeah, it's the wrong color. All right, so I just wanted to show you everything. I'm going to step back out here and do a turn it around. So anyway, I'm stepping back out here into the room. So I'm going to hang out by the Camp GottaStitch sign. So anyway, that is all. It's a Stitchy weekend for Saturday so far. We're probably going to head out here in a little bit to go to lunch. Tonight's dinner, we're going down the hill to the Homestead restaurant, which is an Amish buffet restaurant. They also have meals and stuff you can order off a menu. But tonight's stitching retreat menu, everybody's going down for the buffet. So that'll be fun and nice Amish baked goods and all kinds of stuff. So we're looking forward to that. And hopefully it'll be a great time. So yeah, I'll check in a little bit later. Mom and I are having fun, and hotel's really nice here. So hope to see you guys soon. Thanks. All right, so that being said, I am now actually going to get into the stitching part of my program, the actual stitching part. So some of the things I wanted to go over with you, let me get some of these knocked out. So when I was down in Marietta, Ohio with my husband, we went to Rink's Flea Market, and there was, I got a little bit of haul down there for you. A couple of things that I picked up. These patterns were $1 each. At the flea market, one of the vendors had them for sale. So the first one I got was a pattern called Home for Christmas from For My Boys. That's really cute. A little brick house. This next one is by Dutch Treat Designs. This is Oh Christmas Tree Table Topper. I'm working on the pumpkin table topper now. And Mom has an actual piece of Ann cloth that she got for free from somebody. So I actually have Ann cloth that I can use to stitch this. So that'll be really cool because this piece is on a piece of Ann cloth. So Dutch Treat Designs. The next one, oh no, this might have been stuck to it already. I think it was stuck to it. Let's see if I can get it off. Yep. I didn't notice there was a sticker, a label stuck to it. Oh, come on. It's a Crate and Barrel, a little Crate and Barrel sticker that was stuck to it. And these next two are Prairie Schooler patterns. I don't know if these Prairie Schooler patterns are out of print, but this one is pumpkin topper, stocking toppers. Book number 119, stockings. So you have those 6 stockings that you can do. Look at that wiener dog. The wiener dog. The wiener dog is cute. Look at the house. I like the house. Yep. So that's really cute. And this other one is also, there I go, sticking that to things. I best get this thrown out before it sticks to other things that I need. This next one is also Prairie Schooler. This one is Santa Moon. Like I said, I don't know if these Prairie Schooler patterns are out of print or not, but I did pick them up for $1. I just thought they were kind of cool. So that's what I got down in Marietta for fall. Now the rest of what I got came from camp, and also some stuff that I'd ordered that came either right before camp or came before we left for camp. All right. Oh. All right. So, a friend of mine here on YouTube, her name is Kelly. Her channel is Don't Run with Scissors. And she has a friend that has a candle company called the Hillbilly Candle Company. And they have a product line on their website called Nana's Sewing Wax. And Nana's Sewing Wax is a scented line of thread wax or thread conditioner that you can use for your cross stitching. If you watch Kelly's channel, Don't Run with Scissors, she is addicted to Hillbilly Candle Company's Nana's Sewing Wax. Hillbilly Candle Company Nana's Sewing Wax. She is addicted to this stuff. And I had the Sunday night before camp, when my husband and I got home from Marietta, I had placed an order for 2 cents of Nana's Sewing Wax because I want to try it. I do use thread conditioner when I stitch, and I tend to use, it's called Thread Magic now. Thread Heaven is no longer being made. But anyway, I've been watching Kelly's videos for a while, and I met her at StitchCon this past year, and she had some Nana's Sewing Wax on her, so I took a smell, and I was really intrigued by it. And I decided that I wanted to place an order. So the Sunday night before or after we got home from Marietta, I sat down and I placed an order. I didn't realize that Hillbilly Candle Company is down in Florida. So Kelly had messaged me Sunday night after I placed my order. She does a lot with them, with the Hillbilly Candle Company. She does a lot of promotion and stuff with them, so she's really in tight with the owner of Hillbilly Candle Company. She sent me a Facebook message, and she said, by the way, they're in Florida, and as you know, Hurricane Ian is about ready to come down. She said, so just to let you know, if they can get their order shipped out before Wednesday, if they can get your order shipped out, you should get it this week. But just know that with the hurricane coming in, they're not really sure how the delivery times and everything are going to be for mail and postage and everything like that, because places down there were getting ready to shut down. So she also asked me for my address, and I was really surprised when Thursday I got in the mail 2 things of sewing wax from my friend. I got 2 things of sewing wax from my friend Kelly of Don't Run with Scissors. The 2 that she sent me Witch's Brew, which has a patchouli thing. This is what it looks like. So it's just scented wax in a pot, and these pots are pretty big. This has a lot of patchouli type smell to it. It's really good. This one's called Witch's Brew, but it has a little screw on top. So this is Witch's Brew. And the other one she sent me that was really cool is called Hillbilly Fruit Slices. Hillbilly Fruit Slices. And the neat thing is on the inside of their lids, they write, "Hi, y'all." Because, you know, Hillbilly Candle Company. I took these, because I got these on Thursday night, I took both of these to Camp GottaStitch with me. And I decided to use the Hillbilly Fruit Slices because it's very fruity. Imagine those, you know, those orange and lime fat gummies with the sugar coating on the outside, those real soft, gushy ones. That's literally what it smells like on here. I wish they had smell-o-vision, but as you can see that I've used it. I used this through Camp GottaStitch last weekend just to give it a shot. But thank you so much to Kelly for giving me my first 2 Hillbilly Candle Company scents. And while I was out, I got my order. My order came apparently Saturday of Camp GottaStitch. And so I got my order for the 2 scents that I ordered actually directly from Hillbilly Candle Company. What makes me laugh is they came in this little cute Hillbilly Candle Company Ort bag. It's just a simple burlap bag. And I got a nice little card from them as well. Just a nice little thank you card from them for ordering. And they also sent me a needle, which was really nice as well. And here is their contact, Hillbilly Candle Company. And it's all made in the USA. So, the scents that I got from them, I got apple cider donut, which I think I left upstairs. And the second one I got is pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. So I now have 4 scents of Hillbilly Candle Company's Nana's Sewing Wax. And I'm really actually enjoying it. I don't know if I'm using it right or not, but pumpkin spice, it smells like pumpkin cookies. I don't think it smells like pumpkin pie, but it smells a lot like pumpkin cookies, like baked pumpkin cookies. Or pumpkin muffins even. It smells really nice. Yeah. So it smells like the baked goods. But again, they have the "Hi Y'all" on the inside of their lids. It's really cute. So I'm looking forward to giving this a try and to actually experimenting with this. So that is what I got from Hillbilly Candle Company. And this little Ort bag is really cute. That's a nice little touch. And the fact that they also gave me a needle was really nice as well. So I got that, and that's what I used at camp. I'm really liking it so far. The one that I'm using most recently is the apple cider donut, and I really like that one. I'm glad I ordered that one. When Kelly sent me the scent, when Kelly sent me the Witch's Brew and the Hillbilly fruit slices scent, she was just kind of guessing, and she made really good guesses. They're really great scents. I'm just looking forward to getting them worked on. All right. I think the rest of that came. Yeah. So that's that. I think this was also a pattern that I got down in Marietta when witches go riding. I can't remember if this was when I got down in Marietta or not, but here's another prairie schooler pattern that I picked up pretty cheap. I also joined the Frosted Pumpkin Halloween wreath sale, and the first part came out, the haunted house in the middle. So I'm looking forward to getting started on that. And then that is a finish that I have to show you. All right. So also, when my husband and I were down in Marietta, their Walmart down there has some different things that our Walmart doesn't have, including, and if you know me, Hello Kitty fabric bundles. So I picked up 2 really cute Hello Kitty fabric bundles, and these are fat quarters of fabric. So I have 2 bundles of Hello Kitty finishing fabric. So these are going in my finishing stash. All right. And I think that's it for stuff that, yep. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into Camp GottaStitch stuff. So our bags, we got bags for the weekend. We got little bags for the weekend for Camp GottaStitch that had snacks and water and everything. And our name tags were attached to our bags with these cute, adorable little pumpkin needle minders. You guys, look at that. There we go. These needle minders were attached to our bags. So you can see there's the magnet on the back. So we got these really cute pumpkin needle minders. The theme for Camp GottaStitch this year was fall. So everything has fall themes to it. You can see like the bag has fall leaves and acorns and stuff on it. And throughout the weekend at camp, they gave out several different kits. And when you sign up for camp, you get to pick your kit. You tell them what type of fabric you stitch on for your kits. And those are the types of, that fabric selection is what you get. Really quick, here's the nice little card that I got from my friend Kelly from Don't Run with Scissors. She wanted me to go to camp with some of the floss, or some of the floss conditioner, so I could go to camp and enjoy it. But anyway, when you sign up for camp, they ask you what your fabric preference is for stitching. I'm a linen stitcher, so I chose linen. My mom chose Ada. But everybody gets the same kit. It just depends on what fabric comes with your kits. So as you can see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kits. So we ended up with 7 little kits for the weekend, and they're all fall themes. You can see that they're all in like fall themes and sunflowers and everything like that. So yeah, we got 7 kits. And then one of the other things that we got too in this special little bag, this was a special gift. This was made by Jenny, one of the owners of Cross My Heart. She made everybody these fall scissor fobs. And you can see here, it has a pumpkin at the bottom of it. And she had them attached to a pair of fall, let me get back there. She had them attached to a pair of fall scissors that she got from Dinky Dyes. Oh, bear with me just a minute. Let's see. Did I take a picture? Yes. So let me get this up here. So these are the scissors that Jenny had the scissor fob attached to. So I have the scissors on order. She didn't have any of the scissors on hand because she had just had hip replacement surgery, and she's kind of been you know, kind of not really in her comfort zone recently. So she didn't have the ability to get these scissors on or in hand before the retreat. So she took sign-ups for ordering the scissors. I do have a pair of these scissors on hand or on order. So hopefully when they come in, I'll be able to attach my scissor fob to my new scissors. So that'll be cool. So I do have that. I do have that coming. Let's see. So I will go through. These are in no particular order. Let me go ahead and get. Bear with me just a minute. So this first one that we got was called The Happy Place, and it's by the Cricket Collection, and you can see the finish here. So the top up here is a heart balloon, and then the letters M and Y for my. It says My Happy Place. This was stitched by Carol Grant. Carol Grant is one of the co-owners of Cross My Heart here in Columbus, and she is also the designer and owner behind Fireside Originals. So this is how she finished it. She had she'd gotten this hanger, this acorn hanger. They can get it for you as well, but this is how she finished it. And showed it for everybody to at camp. This was in our bags, our pickup bags for the beginning of camp. That is not the right one. It goes in this other one over here. So that is The Happy Place by Cricket Collection. That is the first one we got. So the next one that we have here is the sunflowers. This one, the person who stitched it, the person who stitched the model didn't sign their work, but this one came in the sunflower bag. So we get the linen and the flosses. We get the linen and the flosses. The flosses are buried in here. The ladies always put these kits together for us. So we got the linen, I got the linen and the flosses. See, you get the flosses to go with it. And a needle. You get a needle, so in case you want to stitch it for the weekend. But this one is by Tiny Modernist, and it's a complimentary cross-stitch pattern. And there is the sunflowers by Tiny Modernist. So that was one of the kits that we got. I'm not a huge sunflower person, but the kit is really cute, and the kit will stitch up fast. Quite a few ladies were stitching on this on Saturday. So there's that. Then the next kit we got, this is stinking adorable. This is a mouse on a pumpkin. Is this it? Yes. So again, we got the floss. We got the pattern, and then we got the fabric and the needle to stitch it. I was going to try and stitch this on Saturday, but didn't get a chance to do it. This is called Mouse of the House Freebie by Nerden Canber. She is one of the ladies, I believe, behind Twin Peak Primitives in the Netherlands. So this is called Mouse of the House Freebie by Nerden Canber. So yep. And I realize it's a free pattern, but I'm not going to show you the pattern. But anyway, we've got the stitches and everything. This is probably going to be my next stitch after I work on my new start that I just started. I'll be getting to here. But we've got the fabric and the floss and everything for this. And this is Mouse of the House by Camber Nerden of Twin Peak Primitives, I believe. If she's not of Twin Peak Primitives, can somebody please let me know below, and I will apologize. But I believe Nerden is one of the Twin Peak Primitives ladies from the Netherlands. If you watch Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Stephanie, Pam and Steph are, I believe, heading back there sometime. Alright, so then this next one that we were given, oh, here's some pictures of some stuff that I found. These are salt cellars that that I found at the antique store just up the street from the hotel. One of the things I purchased from Carol Grant of Fireside Originals, she's been making these salt cellars with these felt balls for needles. These are just little needle pin cushions. But she's been using these salt cellars and putting these felt balls inside them. So these are some of the salt cellars that I found at some of the, one of the antique stores for her. So these are just some salt cellar examples. So this next one is, all right, that one. All right, so this next one is, I call Squirrel Pie. This one was model stitched and finished by Marla, who is one of the employees at Cross My Heart. This is a blue flower pattern. It was the free market chart. Do this. This was the free market chart from 2020, and then it was in the 2020 cookbook. So if you get the Needlework Market cookbooks, this will be in there. This is the flower, the squirrel pie pattern. And one of the things you can't see up here above the pie, there's some steam coming off the pie. So the pie just came out of the oven. You can't really see it in this pattern because the light washes it out. But when Marla finished it, she used some round coasters and it made a pumpkin. It was really cute. It's a kind of like a stand-up pumpkin. It's really, really cute. I don't know if I'll finish it like this or not, but I started this on Saturday night and I finished it on Sunday, you guys. So this was a camp finish. As you can see, like mine, you can see the steam above the pie. And I also, a little funny story, I also tagged it at the bottom. So I put 2022. If you look closely, Misty, my cat, is trying to come up here. If you look closely, it says 2022, TLF, are my initials, and Camp GottaStitch. But don't look too closely, because if you look at GottaStitch, I actually spelled it GottaStitch. Yeah, I forgot that second T. I'm not going to rip it out. I think it's kind of funny. But yes, I did finish this at Camp GottaStitch. So that is a finish that I had for camp. Really nice. Misty, oops. Misty, one of our new kittens, wants to say hi. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. This is Misty. Say hi. This is Misty. Mom named her. She's so cute. She's kind of a pain because she's a little kitten. She's about 7 or 8 weeks old, aren't you? Aren't you? Say hi, Misty. Hi, Misty. Alright, I'm going to put you down, okay? Because I need to finish. Even though you're cute, I need to finish, okay? Down you go. She's a little hellion. But anyway, I was showing you the salt cellars. Carol had a bunch of these out on the table. You should see them kind of spread around the table during the walkthrough of the stitching room that I did for you. All right, so next we have autumn. Let me get this other one back in its baggie so I don't lose it. So you can see all the kits were fall themed for camp. And this is also by Tiny Modernist. Autumn cross stitch pattern by Tiny Modernist. So it's just really cute. Again, we got the fabric and the flosses to do it. This one will be a pretty quick stitch, I think. So this is probably I'm gonna be finishing up a lot of these. I still have camp kits from the last couple of years that I have not yet finished, but I haven't even started. But I think this year, because they're autumn themed and I'm kind of decorating for autumn and we're in autumn, I'm probably going to be getting quite a few of these done for this year. Oh. I thought about starting this one at camp too, but I got working on the squirrel one instead, because I thought the squirrel one was way cute. The squirrel pie. Oh, come on. Get in there. There we go. So, yep, there's that one, that kit. Alright, and then the next kit that we got was this one. I actually finished this one. This one is called Home. This one is from Designs by Lisa, and it's a complimentary pattern. Designs by Lisa. And here is actually my finish. I didn't finish this until I got home on Sunday night. I might have even finished it Monday. I don't remember. No, I finished it Monday night when I got home. So nice little fall theme. That's interesting that they stitched it when they finished it. They used the same color threads as I want to say this brown here in the letters Home to finish off the edge, the sewn edge. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do instead is use rickrack, find some rickrack or something. But anyway, that is Home by Designs by Lisa. So that is another finish. So I have Squirrel Pie and Home as a finish. And then last but not least, well, I showed you the scissor fob. Last but not least was the last kit that we got for the weekend. This was in our going away bag. It's tied with a little ribbon. Ugh, if I could get the ribbon open. I haven't opened it yet. This is the first time I'm opening this kit. I did see it Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. They showed everybody the kit so people could get a picture of what the model looks like before everybody left. So our going away present is a notebook with a pen. It's a little spiral notebook. It came, everybody's kit, because everybody does the same, came with the perforated paper. So this is a piece of perforated paper. And the piece is called Harvest Alphabet by Cecilia Turner of Heart in Hand. Harvest Alphabet by Cecilia Turner of Heart in Hand. And the piece looks like this. So you have the alphabet, which is in Indian corn colors. and the pumpkin, or Native American corn and the pumpkin. So we also got, okay, so the specialty fibers, and this, I don't know. They don't say. Okay, so here are the colors that they used. They used Indian Summer, 936, 3853, Harvest, and 898. So Indian Summer, you're not going to be able to see this really well, but Indian Summer is kind of a variegated red. That is for the border at the top and the bottom. And then Harvest, which is this really pretty autumn orange, yellow, and red variegated, is for the letters. And then use the other two colors of DMC for the actual pumpkin. And we also got, if you look here on the pumpkin, there is 2 leaf buttons. We got the leaf buttons to go on them as well. So it's a nice little kit. I'm probably going to end up stitching that up. That would be kind of fun. And then you attach it to your notebook once you stitch it up. So that was our parting gift from camp. And that is all that we have from Camp GottaStitch. Make sure, yep. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hide this. There we go. So, those are our camp kits that we got. All right. So, I have a little bit of fall stitching to do now, you guys. So, at camp, we were able to make some purchases from the shop. Like I said, one of the things I purchased was the little salt cellar from Carol. They had those for sale on the table. I got this really gorgeous piece of 40 count fabric. Yes, this is 40 count. This is Heroic Newcastle 40 count linen by Colorscapes hand-dyed fabric. This is Colorscapes hand-dyed fabric from Picture This Plus. Heroic. So there's some reds in here, a little bit of blues. It's really pretty. It's kind of very fall, and that's why I got it. It was the smallest piece of fabric they had, but it was 40 count. So I have another piece of 40 count fabric to add to my stash. I originally picked this up thinking that I had talked about in my last video about that new blog, Pinker and Punkin, where I found those salt box houses that I'm not normally aesthetically into, but I am stitching them now. I have to talk to you about my new start, because I did start one, but I thought about possibly doing one of the salt box houses on this, maybe 2 of them. It really depends. So I don't know, but this is just kind of a fall piece of fabric that I picked up. One of the other things that they had also is they had Romy's Creations floss. I had never seen Romy's Creations floss before, and I picked up their Fall into Autumn. Manny Didana has a design called Fall into Autumn. This is the Romy's Creations Fall into Autumn thread pack. So I got my first 5 skeins of Romy's Creation floss that you can see here. So I got White Chantilly, which is a really neat transition of white and kind of a tan color. Yeah. This one is 3 Fairies Green. Hi. I got a little cat peering at me from under my monitor. This one is called Teddy Bear. She's peeking at the monitor. This one is called Cassandra's Dream. No, 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 you can't. And this one is called Antiquities. If you could see this, you guys. She's right here. Do. Hi, Misty. You're being pesky. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We're going to put you back down. You go down there. Thank you. So I got my first set of Romy's Creations floss. Hopefully going to be getting some more. I have some plans for these colors already, so hopefully we shall see. Now Misty's climbing up. Do you see this? Do you see this? She's climbing up. Now she's going to sit up there. Hi, Misty. Hi, Misty. She likes to do that when I'm working, too. She'll climb up there and sit when I'm working. Annoying. They had these floss trays. Here, I got my sole is fed with needle and thread. So these are little snap trays. So you pinch the corners and snap them closed. I will snap it closed for you. Little travel trays that you snap the snaps closed. And you have a nice little tray to stick your little orts and your little things in so your stuff doesn't go rolling off your table. And they unsnap, so when you're ready to go home, you can travel with it and it lays flat. Nice little tray. They had these in all different colors. I think these were 28 a piece. So I got me one and I got Mom one. One of the other things I picked up for Mom and I, EJV Designs. Emily from EJV Designs, she was local to Columbus, and she helped cross my heart with Camp GottaStitch over the years. She was like part of the driving force behind camp. She passed away 2 years ago in January, and it's been really tough for everybody. But one of her needle minders, I picked these up for Mom and I. So if you look closely, I have to get rid of this. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why that's still on there. But anyway, she had these little map needle minders of Holmes County, Ohio. Holmes County is where Camp GottaStitch is held every year. Holmes County is Amish country in Ohio. So I got Mom and I each one of these needle minders. The same pictures that I was showing you of the salt cellars that I got at the that I was looking at the flea market that Mom and I went to. A couple of the other things that I picked up when I was there, which is main reason why I went to this little antique market, was if you're watching any of the main like YouTube influencers like Michelle Bendy Stitchy, they have been getting what are called flower frogs, and they've been getting these antique dishes with the little holes in them that they can sit their scissors in to display them. Well, ooh, that one's chipped. I didn't know that. Well, that's too bad. But anyway, so while I was at the antique store, I found flower frogs. I found 2 big flower frogs. They were $5 each. This one has a chip in it right here. So anyway, I found these 2. They're glass. And then I found a small one. Look at that, you guys. I found a small one. So now I just need to find some antique glass containers to fit these into and use them. One of the most recent designers, they're designing things that they finish on sticks, and they've been using these to display them. So you can put the sticks in through here, and it makes a display. They stand up for you. They make a display. But you can sit these in dishes and stuff. To display your scissors, which is the main reason why I got them. But I did end up with 2 because they were cheap. They were $5. So I got flower frogs. And this one, I think, was another $3. It's tiny. But if you look, I mean, you know, and they're glass, so you can see the size difference. So yeah, I got my first flower frogs for scissors. So hopefully I can find some antique stuff for you. All right. Let me get those off to the side. So everybody at camp everybody at camp was given a door prize for attending camp. And my door prize was actually pretty darn spectacular. So everybody got a Felicity's Garden skein of floss. This, I think, is wool floss. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, it's silk. 50% silk, 50% merino wool, 50% Chinese silk, and 50% Australian merino wool, made in the USA. This is Felicity's Garden. Okay, kitten is going crazy. Felicity's Garden. I got lavender. So this is lavender. And then one of my other friends at another table, she doesn't stitch with stuff other than DMC, so she also gave me her green. This one is called Wintergreen. So I have some silk wool to stitch with at some point. So nice wool colors. This was in, again, this was in my door prize bag. Everybody got a door prize. Everybody got cross-stitch instruction card, which is really kind of cool. It tells you how to cross stitch, how to do 3/4 stitches and whatnot, how to stitch different things. So nice little instruction card on how to stitch. I got Snowbird, I and You and Friends from Vine Street, Colorado. This is a pattern. I don't know if it might be a kit. I didn't really open it. But this is called Snowbird. Look at that snowman, you guys. Isn't that cute? Little bird on a snowman's head. What are you doing? Do you see her down here? Hey, Misty. Hey, up. Up. Okay, so this is just the pattern. Neat little... What are you doing? Alright, she's going to cause problems. Down you go. Down you go again. So this is Snowbird. Yep, little pattern. This uses DMC. So I may actually be stitching this up for winter this year. Alright. And everybody got, because it's October, everybody got this breast cancer pin. I got this cross-stitch bookmark kit. Comes with the floss. And this one comes with either even weave or linen. But yeah, a little bookmark kit. T.A. Smith Designs, Pretty Little Square by Teresa A. Smith in Minnesota. Pretty Little Square. This was mine. All these patterns were different. And then everybody got a special pattern. And you guys, I was kind of blown away when I was handed my bag. Because those of you that watch my channel know that I really like full coverage designs. And I really like heaven and earth designs. You guys, I was completely blown away. This was my door prize for Camp GottaStitch. Full coverage piece. Artwork by Ruth Sanderson. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Michelle Sayeda. It is the full paper pattern, you guys. I guess I can show you that because you're not going to get much out of that. It is the full paper pattern of Snowman by Heaven and Earth Designs. This was my this was my gift, my door prize. I was completely blown away. I was super excited. But look at that. So I have another Heaven and Earth Designs added to my stash. So that is all my stuff. All my stuff. That's a lot. All my stuff from all my stuff from camp that I purchased, that I was given, like my needle minder. I like my pumpkin needle minder. All our kits, the flosses, my finishes, all my stuff, you guys. There's a lot of stuff from camp. Yep. So all that needs to go upstairs. Yep. That gets to go upstairs. That gets to go upstairs. All right. I'm gonna take these upstairs too. So I'll keep this in my bag. All right. I'm just trying to get my life a little organized here. All right. So while I was at camp, I worked on Tricky Kitty. You guys have probably seen this. I did not finish it. I took it off of the scroll frame so I could use the scroll frame for something else. But this is Tricky Kitty. I finished the black in here because it was just fill-in. And I also did the red over here. But as you can see, as you heard in the video where I was going through the stitching room, I had to frog out the red in here because I used the wrong red, and I did restitch it. But that is kind of just all I worked on Friday into Saturday, was finishing up the black on this side and doing the red on this side. And then I put it away to work on Squirrel Pie. So this is still yet to be finished. This is a Whip Go square, so I'm hoping to get this finished this month because my plan is to turn this into a stand-up. Which kind of also leads me into what I've been working on. So I showed you Squirrel Pie and I showed you Home. Tuesday night, I decided that I would pull out another piece that I needed to get finished and off my Whip Go board. So I pulled out Hands-On Design Cookie Exchange, you guys. And I don't know if you remember, but Cookie Exchange, I just needed to do the back stitching. And you guys, I finished the back stitching and the Smyrna crosses. And I even signed it down at the bottom with my initials and the year. But this is another finish. So this is the needle minder that you can get with it. I also have the floss drops because I ordered the set. So I got the floss drops and everything. It's just kind of hanging out. But I finished Hands-On Design Cookie Exchange. So Friday night, Mom, Dylan, and I, while we were out, I went into Joann's to buy some finishing fabric. So this is kind of what I came up with. I don't know if this green on here is going to match, but here is some cookies and cocoa stuff. So I don't know if this is going to match. I don't know if that's going to be a good enough match. See, in this video, it looks like it's going to be a good enough match, but I'm going to use this fabric as the backing when I decide to finish Hands-On Design Cookie Exchange. I think I'm going to turn this into a flat fold easel finish. So I just need to do that, but this is the fabric that I picked to back Cookie Exchange. Now there's another little piece of this that I can stitch from the pattern. Let me find it. There's another little piece of this I can stitch from the pattern, the word cookies. I'll probably end up stitching that. I might do it in the brown for cookies. I might decide to do it in the green. Maybe the blue. Maybe I can do it in the blue. I don't know. But yeah, stitch that and then add it somewhere. Or maybe stitch that across the bottom. Maybe I can stitch it across the bottom. I don't know. But anyway, my Hands-On Design Cookie Exchange is finished. And so this marks off Whip Go. And I also have the finishing fabric for it now. So I also don't know if I'm going to keep the needle minder with it, or if I'm going to pop the needle minder off and use the needle minder for other projects that I'm working on. I might keep the needle minder off and use it for other projects. But I did get, keep that with that, but I did get the backing fabric for Cookie Exchange. So there's that. And I'm not sure this is going to work, but while I was at Joann's, I picked out this fabric with the cat and the owl and the pumpkin. I'm not sure if this will go with it or not. I don't know. But I'm going to make Tricky Kitty a stand-up. But I thought the cats would go pretty cute with it. I mean, it's just black fabric. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that just quite yet. So I got that backing fabric. And then for home, remember I finished this after I came back from camp. I picked up this neat little fabric that I think would be really pretty with it. So this is the fabric we're going to use to finish home. I'm probably going to do it in a pillow, much like they did for the camp thing. So this is the fabric that I have chosen for home. So that's that. I got another bottle of Best Press. This is really good to use when you're pressing your cross-stitch fabric after you've stitched it, or even if you need to start taking pictures and you're working on your project and you need to press the wrinkles out. Best Press is some of the best stuff you can get. It's $10.99 at Joann's, but it's really wonderful. This just happens to be lavender, so it's lavender scented. Yeah. So Best Press, if you're looking for something to help you press the wrinkles out, Best Press is really good. I like that a lot. Picked up some DMC floss. One of the other things, just diamond painting related, they had these diamond painting kits, ornament kits, only available at Joann's. And then they had gift tags, diamond painting gift tags, only available at Joann's. These are Diamond Dots brand. Picked up the snowflake ornament and the penguin and Santa gift tags. There's a pack of three gift tags in each, and it comes with the diamonds to dot it. It's the entire kit. The only thing these don't come with are the pens, the diamond painting pens, but I have plenty of those, so I did get those. And then I picked up some DMC floss that I was out of, or that I was low on, including another thing of E940. This is the glow-in-the-dark floss. So that is all I have for you in the way of haul. Okay. Get some of this stuff put away just so it's not out here and in my way. Alright. Okie dokie. So, I talked with you on my last video about a new interest of mine that I didn't know was going to be an interest, of saltbox houses by a designer who has a blog. There's something on there. Designer who has a blog called Pinker and Pumpkin. So Pinker and Pumpkin, she has a candy corn house, and I have started the candy corn house. This is my first. You can get her patterns for free on her blog. It's pinkerandpumpkinquilting.blogspot.com. So it's pinkerandpumpkinquilting.blogspot.com. It's down here. This is the candy corn house that I started. And, oh, so here is my apple cider Hillbilly Candle Company wax. And as you can see, it has mild use. It smells really good. You can see I've gotten some use out of it. Yeah, you can see I've dragged my thread through it. Smells really good. I picked up my first set of Victorian motto floss that I showed you in my last video, And I am using Victorian Motto floss colors for this and some Gentle Art sampler thread. Now, I started this yesterday, and this is where I've gotten so far. Get this up here out of your way. So I started in the tree. I started up here in the corner actually, and this is really only going to come out to about right here. It's going to be very small. It'll fit in this frame. So this is the first one I started. This is called the Candy Corn House. And let me see if I can get a picture up. Bear with me just a minute. Okay, so here is the Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting and Stitching blog. So if you go here, you can do a search for the Candy Corn House. And when you scroll down, you get to the Candy Corn House. So here is the Candy Corn House right here. It's the one that says 1880 on the side. So this is where I've gotten to on the Candy Corn House. Now, one of the things that I'm kind of debating about, so I picked Straw Bonnet for the white, because there is some white for the candy corn, but I'm actually kind of debating, and I actually might go over to this. I'm debating seriously about using Romy's Creations White Chantilly instead of Straw Bonnet, because White Chantilly is a little more white, but it's got tan in it. So I'm thinking about using that for the white here, because if you look here, there's some white in the thing. There's white in the candy corns and stuff. So I'm thinking about using White Chantilly for that. It's washed out here in the thing. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm seriously thinking about using Romy's Creations for that. I haven't 100% decided, but anyway, so that is what I am doing. I don't know, the tree here is pretty dark compared to what it looks like in the picture on the blog. So I might even consider redoing the tree and teddy bear, but I am using Acorn right now for that. I may just leave it just because I don't want to restitch it, but anyway. I might. I don't know. Maybe I'll use antiquities. I don't know. I might swap them out. Haven't decided 100% yet. But anyway, that is my new start that I have after camp, because I finished 3. I finished 3 pieces since the weekend. So I have a new start. So that's it. Alright. There we go. So that is all I have for you, stitching wise and new stitching wise. Let me get these back in here so I don't lose them and I can get back upstairs and stitch. That is all I have for you. Oh, one other thing. The GaRon Tottenbags Grime Guard of the Month came in over the week. This month's Grime Guard, I get the 11 by 11 Grime Guards from the Grime Guard of the Month collection. I was not the lucky winner of the project bag this go around, but love it. This Grime Guard this time around is Spooky Halloween. Do it this way. Spooky Halloween. So you have ghosts and tombstones and witches and hearsts and everything like that. The Spooky Halloween, Frankenstein, everything like that. So that is the Grime Guard. of the month for GaRon Tottenbags. Yeah, so that is everything I have for you. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this video. Hopefully, you know, you're stitching along. Hopefully you're enjoying everything. I know this was a little bit longer than recent. It's probably a good hour and 45 minutes, but I do have I did have the Camp GottaStitch stuff for you, and hopefully you liked that. They did announce Camp GottaStitch dates for next year. I am not sure if this is public knowledge or not, but they will be having more information available about Camp GottaStitch the beginning of the year. Just so you'll know, here is the information for Camp GottaStitch. And you can get in touch with, I will put the information on how you can get in touch with Cross My Heart down below to find out about next year's camp. Cross My Heart is also looking for a local finisher. So if you're kind of local to Columbus and you can finish cross-stitch projects and whatnot, they're looking for a finisher. They have posted their holiday hours. Here are their holiday hours. And there's the information for you. So, all right, so that is everything I have for you this week. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and hopefully you found this video quite interesting. It's been a lot of fun the last couple of weeks. So my plans are going forward for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be working on WhipGo pieces. I don't have my clipboard down here with it, but I'm going to be working on WhipGo pieces and some other things, and also just getting some stuff finished, some stuff started, and everything like that. So hopefully I'll have an update for you in another 2 weeks or so. And then at the first weekend in November 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Mom and I are going to another stitching retreat. We are going back to Stitching in the Springs in Yellow Springs, Ohio. We went to the first annual one last year, had a blast, and we're going back again this year. So hopefully that'll be an every year thing for us. Unfortunately, because Camp GottaStitch is in June next year, it just happens to be scheduled for the same weekend that Origins Game Fair is going on here in Columbus, Ohio. My husband and I are avid board gamers, and we go to Origins Game Fair every year. So unfortunately, I will be unable to attend Camp GottaStitch next year. I'm kind of bummed about that, but I understand the reasoning for them needing to move the dates. September and October are really busy times for all the businesses in Berlin, Ohio. Everybody goes up to Amish country for fall. I'm not sure exactly why, but they have festivals and stuff going on up there. So they're really busy. So trying to secure hotel rooms and whatnot for, 60 some people is a little tricky. So they bumped it up to June next year, hopefully to secure better rates and whatnot. So unfortunately, that means that I will not be in attendance. Mom may be going, but I will not be going. I'm kind of bummed, but hey, maybe the year after that I can kind of figure things out. I also will not be attending StitchCon this next year. I did not put my name on the wait list. It's probably going to be an every 2 or 3 year event for me, just because it's so big, it's so overwhelming, and it is a little pricey. It also happens in June. So yeah, I will not be attending StitchCon either this year in 2023. So anyway, Mom and I are going to Stitching in the Springs in the Dayton, Springfield area, Yellow Springs, Ohio, November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then we're looking for potentially another stitching retreat or 2 to get into for next year, since I am not going to Camp GottaStitch. So if you know of any, I know there's a couple like in northeastern Ohio that we're looking into, and a couple other ones that we may consider going to. But maybe we'll just kind of pick a weekend sometime in the early fall, late summer. Maybe we'll just pick a weekend and go to a hotel, tell everybody we're going to a hotel, and then we can all just meet a bunch of people there and just kind of hang out and stitch for the weekend. Maybe that's what we'll do. I don't know. I just really don't. maybe we'll go down to like Hocking Hills down in here in the southern Ohio and get a cabin, and you know, or maybe we'll stay at the new lodge and, you know, just kind of gather and stitch and whatnot. I don't know. We have a lot of options that we can kind of think about. So anyway, that's all the plans. Just get some stitching done, get some plans done. We're decorating for Halloween. We're getting ready for that. Our trick-or-treat night is on the 31st this year, so that's good. I have that day off, have a couple of days off in between just to kind of take care of stuff. But plans are to stitch some more, probably diamond paint in between, do some shopping. We have some Christmas shopping and stuff to do. The other thing is I have a lot of Lego sets to put together. I collect the Lego Christmas Village sets, and I have about 5 sets to put together. We just bought 2 more. Yeah. So anyway, I have all those to put together and all kinds of stuff. So looking forward to that. It's just going to be busy. We're just getting ready for the holidays, and getting ready for the retreat and just kind of hanging out. So hopefully, oh goodness, I'll have a video for you here in another couple of weeks with some more stitching updates. I don't know if I'll do a video about the stitching retreat in Dayton, in the Dayton area. I don't know. It just depends. I wasn't really sure I was going to be able to do a Camp GottaStitch retreat video, but you know, there you have it. I did, and you get what I have. So anyway, take care. Hopefully we'll see you soon, and keep on keeping on, because that's all we can do. Stay healthy, stay warm. It's getting cold here in Ohio. The leaves are changing. It's beautiful. The leaves are turning a really pretty orange, green, yellow, brown, red. It's really pretty. So anyway, that's all I have for you this week. Take care, and we'll see you soon.